Fox 5's Jane Sander live at the airport tonight with the details.
Yeah, well, passengers were kept on board for 2 hours after the pilot made an announcement explaining that there was a person on board from Africa that was sick with a fever and needed to be removed from the flight. Then passengers say they were given frequent updates, but with concerns of Ebola, they felt uneasy and they really just wanted to get off that plane.
All of a sudden, we saw some kind of commotion, and we figured something happened, and then the stewardesses came by, and they got the gloves, and they said, but nobody kind of took it to that level. Just didn't think, the kid probably either, went to the bathroom on himself or he threw up or something. Didn't think more than that.
Passengers never thought they could be on a plane with someone showing potential signs of Ebola, but today that happened. Minutes after Delta Flight 495 landed from New York, the pilot announced a passenger was sick.
They straight up said it was someone from an African country, and the CDC had to get involved. So just sit tight, don't panic.
A potential situation of Ebola because somebody threw up and they got fevers.
Flyers described the sick person as a boy between the ages of 1 and 2 years old. They say they watched the boy and mother get off the plane shortly after landing, but passengers were kept on board for 2 hours, given updates on the situation every 10 to 15 minutes. They say people kept generally calm, but it made them realize just how serious the threat of Ebola is now around the world.
It's just sort of a stomach-sinking thing, right? Where 1 in a million planes today, and you're on the one with, potentially that has someone with Ebola.
Passengers say after 2 hours of waiting, they were told the boy had a non-infectious illness, and people were cleared to disembark. But several people were surprised by what they saw when they got off the plane.
As we get off the plane into that area, she's standing right there with the kid. So much for going to the hospital, because she was standing right there with the kid as we're all getting off. We're all walking right by this woman, but they did say that it was not a major situation, that it was all okay.
Passengers tell me they think more needs to be done to protect U.S. travelers from the threat of Ebola. One passenger told me that he thinks that all flights from African countries where there are confirmed cases of Ebola need to be stopped from entering the U.S. And then one woman who was scheduled to be on that same plane going to its next destination said that she was going to reschedule her flight just as a precaution, and the airlines did it for her free of charge. Reporting live, Jane Sander, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
What a very stressful travel day. Jane, thanks.